Habitat for Humanity tells me they believe the burglar was in it the first time through a hole in the ceiling, and the second time they broke in through the window. Scott tells me this window right here is the one he broke in order to get the 15 people out of the gym. Mothers Against Distracted Driving say turning your cell phone off is as easy as 1, 2, 3. The waters behind me now have 5,000 rainbow trout. City officials tell me this is added recreation for Blackfoot. Residents tell me after 4 weeks, they're glad to say the water is back on. And when crooks enter your home, they're not just looking for those big ticket items like cell phones, TVs, computers. They're looking for these: prescription drugs. Anthony Pinoso tells me 35 signs just like this one right here have been uprooted in the past 6 days. Deanne, the heart attack isn't the reason Frank Angley's daughter contacted us. It's the fact he was robbed while having that heart attack. His daughter tells me she's disturbed someone would even do this.
It broke my heart, honestly. It was sickening.
Kelsey Angley is still trying to wrap her mind around the idea that her dad was robbed while having a heart attack Friday afternoon.
I really didn't think, especially in a small town, that this could happen. Maybe New York, Detroit, somewhere else, but I mean, really, Pocatello?
Pocatello indeed, right in his driveway.
He was completely on the ground, completely helpless.
This isn't the first heart attack Frank Angley has experienced, but according to Kelsey,
he's never been brought to his knees and couldn't talk, couldn't move, couldn't defend himself. That's never happened before.
Kelsey says her dad had just cashed his paycheck and put the money in his wallet.
Picked his wallet out of his pocket, and stole his money and then tossed his wallet aside into the car.
Corey Thurnley is Frank's best friend.
When I first got here, I thought Frank was actually working on his car until I got out of my vehicle and seen the color in his face, and I realized there was something wrong.
He was also the first person to help Frank, so I had him explain Friday afternoon's scene.
Frank was kneeling down on the ground, facing towards the road, and I had to pick him up, and I shut his door, and I put him in the Tahoe.
Then he took Frank to the hospital.
It's kind of heartbreaking. You see a fellow man laying there on the ground and can't even help him. Just let him sit there to die.
Kelsey says this whole situation could have gone a lot differently.
You had the opportunity to save his life, and as far as you knew, he was going to die. He was dead. So someone just thought, oh, he's going to die anyway, so I'm going to pick his pockets.
Kelsey's family does tell me they have seen community support come in since the incident, and the family has set up a GoFundMe account to help pay for Frank's medical bills. You can find a link on our website at kpvi.com.
Senator Rubio spoke to employees at Melaleuca on a variety of topics Wednesday morning, from improving the economy through global competitiveness to increasing technical jobs.
I don't want Americans to be, and I don't want people in Idaho to be afraid of the future.
Rubio encouraged them to be optimistic about the future of America. He said investing in good-paying technical jobs would boost the middle class.
We have an extraordinary opportunity before us. We just have to do it, and if we do, we're going to leave behind a country even greater than the one that was left for us.
Rubio also touched on immigration. Born in Miami to Cuban immigrants, he has been an advocate of immigration reform, including stronger enforcement of current laws and modernizing the immigration system.
Change it from a family-based one to a merit-based one so that people are admitted to this country on the basis of what they can contribute economically, not simply whether or not they have a relative living here.
I also asked Rubio about Idaho and what role it could play in the coming presidential election with its solid Republican base. Rubio told me it could be particularly attractive to potential candidates during the primary.
I think you'll see more potential candidates visiting here soon. I look forward to being back.
As far as his own political ambitions, I asked Rubio if he wanted to announce anything special about a run for the White House.
Well, we'll have an announcement on the 13th of April in Miami about our future plans, and I'm excited about the opportunity to announce that. But we have a few more days to go until we make anything formal about that.
After speaking in Idaho Falls, Rubio traveled to Boise for another private event.
Leaders tell me the vandals came in through this window after breaking the plexiglass with a rock. They were able to steal upwards of $12,000 worth of instruments and sound equipment.
We have no way of covering it.
Jonathan Ness is the lead tech minister for the Central Evangelistical Church. He tells me the church doesn't have insurance right now.
So we're in the process of shopping for insurance right now for future security purposes.
The bus's windshield wiper lay on the ground and the back window has been knocked in.
We have to repair a bus. It's illegal to drive.
It's been scrubbed away now, but just a few days ago, this desk and this green wall had the number 666 drawn across the surface. Bibles were torn and ruined, and olive oil was poured over carpet.
We're here to help everybody. We're here to just to give you the message that we love you.
Ness explains that even with the damage and loss, it didn't stop them from holding their Sunday service.
We got a console together, we got everything up and going, and we had a powerful, amazing service.
I spoke with the church's senior pastor, Jose Favela. He isn't letting this burglary get his spirits down.
I felt really sad, but I also kind of felt the Lord speaking to me, Jose, they can take everything, but I'm still with you guys. And a sense of relief came over me.
Favela tells me he's already forgiven the people responsible.
We feel sad about what they did, but I just tell them that God loves them and that God has a purpose for them. The material things that they took, they can be replaced.
The church plans to seal and secure all ground level windows to improve security. I spoke with one Afton native who tells me Apostle Moses Thatcher foresaw a temple in Star Valley where it is now planned to be built. He tells me this is prophecy coming true.
We always thought someday there might be a temple here, we just didn't know when.
Alan Chadwick lives in Afton. His house lay below this star on the mountain. Chadwick grew up hearing the prophecy of a temple in Afton, but he didn't expect it in his lifetime.
He didn't say precisely where it was going to be, and our property where we lived was called Temple Bench Hill for many years, and when they announced the temple, we offered the property to the prophet, but they ended up picking this place out here, I guess a little bit further to the south.
Mikkel Allred is the chairman of the groundbreaking ceremony. It only took him 8 weeks to put this ceremony together and draw thousands of people.
It was an incredible day. It was a powerful day to feel of the spirit that was here.
The ceremony ended with church officials turning over the ground with golden shovels and then inviting the public to come forward and do the same thing.
It was a great feeling to be among people that love the Lord.
This was Gail Zuniga's first groundbreaking ceremony. I asked her what she enjoyed most.
The dedicatory prayer. It was beautiful, you could feel the spirit, and it was very nice.
Randy Binglin traveled from Lava Hot Springs to watch the dedication.
The temples that really bind our faith together is having these edifices to come worship and bind families together forever and connect us to our ancestors, and so it's just a good feeling here.
And the faith of one little 4-year-old brought her family from Green River, Wyoming to experience the groundbreaking.
What was your favorite part?
Hearing the prayers, because Heavenly Father hears them every time.
Construction crews will start this Monday, and the hope is to have everything finished by spring 2017.